One person went for pilgrimage to Varanasi or Kashi. In the olden days, copper was very expensive. This person went to Varanasi, and from there he went to take a dip in the Ganga river. At that time Ganga used to be very clean. And he took one copper vessel with him. As I told you, the copper vessel used to be very expensive in those days. This fellow took a copper vessel with him, thinking that when he goes to Ganga river, he will take out water through this vessel and he will pour out on his head. Because he thought Ganga may be very deep there, and he thought, let him not take a risk of getting into or jumping into the water. So he took a copper vessel with him. When he went there, he saw that there, wherever he went, Ganga was not really very deep, and he could get into the water somewhere until the waist region he could move. So then he thought, I can get into water and take a dip in the Ganga instead of using my copper vessel for pouring water on my head. But what should I do with the copper vessel now? It is my favorite vessel and it is expensive also. I should hide it somewhere. So what he did was, he came back to the shore and he dug out some sand, put the copper vessel inside and covered it. But after covering, he thought, when I go to the river and when I come back, how do I identify where I have hidden my copper vessel? So he made a small Shivlinga out of sand. On top of this copper vessel, he made a small shape of Shivlinga through sand. Then he was satisfied that when I come back, I will identify this place, I will take my copper vessel. And he went to take bath in the river Ganga. He was there in the river nearly for about half an hour. He enjoyed taking bath in the Ganga. Meanwhile, many other people also gradually came to the shore, and they were also getting into the Ganga and taking dip in the water. After about half an hour or 1 hour, he came back to the shore and he thought of searching for his copper vessel. But for his amazement, he was seeing so many Shivlinga of sand on the shore. So many Shivlinga, all made out of sand on the shore. He was thinking, what happened here? What happened here? Then he understood whatever had happened. He had gone there in the early morning and he was the first person to go there. Just to hide his copper vessel, he put it there and he had made a Shivlinga of sand. Then he went to take bath. Later on, somebody else came. He saw this guy making a Shivlinga from far away, and he came nearer. He saw this fellow's Shivlinga. That fellow thought that it is customary to make a Shivlinga of sand there. He made a Shivlinga there and he came into water. Similarly, one by one, whoever came, they saw all these sand Shivlinga. They thought that it may be a custom here to make a sand Shivlinga, and they all made that Shivlinga and went into water. This was the stupid act which people did, without knowing why in the first place he did that. So the person came back, he could not find his own copper vessel because there were so many Shivlingas. Now this fellow told one Samskrita verse, Gatanugatiko lokaha naloko paramarthikaha Ganga saikata lingeshu nashtam me tamra bhajanam. He told, Gata anugatiko lokaha naloko paramarthikaha. These people on this earth, they are simply following one behind the other. These people are not spiritual at all. Ganga saikata lingeshu nashtam me tamra bhajanam. In this Shivlinga sand's Shivlinga, my copper vessel is lost. Actually, he made that Shivlinga to safeguard his copper vessel. Others did not understand it. So he simply thought, what type of stupid people are these people? Just because I did something, they kept on doing this. These people are not at all spiritual people. In the same way is the journey of spirituality on this earth. Gatanugatiko lokaha naloko paramarthika. Somebody does something, someone else follows it. No one will try to understand what is happening there. That is where these people will never become spiritual, because spirituality is not doing anything extra. Spirituality is stopping those doings. Whatever is done for selfishness, whatever is done for personal benefit, whatever is done for cheating others, all that has to be reduced. Spirituality is not doing something different. Spirituality is stopping doing those different things. Because consciousness is not in the brain. Consciousness is using the brain. But people keep on thinking that in the brain there is mind. And they are still identifying themselves with their own bodies. How will they understand the mind? Gata anugotiko lokaha naloko paramarthikaha.